Hi everyone and welcome to Tarrant County College. My name is Cherie Lopez and I will be your guide for this tutorial. I'm one of the academic advisors housed at the fabulous South Campus, and you may see my face and hear my voice around because I actually teach for a couple of the campuses as well. So if you encounter me in an advising session, or if you end up signing up for one of my classes, make sure that you introduce yourselves and say hello. So the objective of today's video is to show you how to sign up for a co-requisite section. So yes, those mythical co-requisites or combo courses do exist, and we are going to take time to decode what all that actually means. It's probably one of the number one questions I receive, not only from students in my advising pool, but students in my classroom as well. They understand the concept, but when it comes to actually signing up for the courses themselves, I've noticed even my experienced students still get tripped up on it. So that's why I decided to record this video, to make sure that, you know, if it's been a while since you've signed up, or this is your first time signing up for it, that you know what to do, where to go, and just some helpful tips as you go along. All right, so if you're ready, let's go ahead and get rolling, and feel free to follow along with me if you'd like. I'm using a traditional laptop, and I will be navigating my system in Google Chrome. So I'm going to assume that you're already logged into Web Advisor. So when you go to Web Advisor, click on the student menu, and then what you're going to do is, under the first option under register for classes, you are going to click on the first option. It says self-service student planning. Again, self-service student planning, also known as Ellucian. So I will have to refresh my page because I have two separate accounts. One as a student and one as a faculty and staff member. So my interface is going to look a little bit different, but for the most part, we can get you where you need to go. On the left side, you'll be able to view your progress. So it's going to check off as you complete courses that go toward your respective certificates or degrees. On the right side, over here, it says plan your degree and register for classes. This is the side that you click on when you're ready to register for classes. Okay, so since I am not actively registered for classes right now, I am not a student at the moment, I have to use my magical academic advisor powers and assign myself to a program. So when you actually sign in to a self-service student planning and you click on the register for classes tab that's on that right side, it's going to default to course plan. You can view your planned courses in list format, or you can view them in calendar format. So what's cool about that is, especially for those face-to-face classes that we hopefully will be resuming soon, you don't have to toggle back and forth between different screens or different sheets of paper to see if your classes are overlapping with each other. It's going to show that to you, and if there's an issue, you'll be able to see it right away. And that way you can switch out the sections. Green means good to go. Click on your magic blue button that says register now, and you are ready to get rolling. If your button is grayed out, that means there's a hold on your account. But if you don't have any holds, then you just push the button and you're ready to roll. And then you're able to do summer, fall, all the way out to the year 2022. Another thing that I did want to mention is, when you are navigating through the system, if you are using a mobile device such as your smartphone or tablet, remember the mobile site and the app do look different than the full web page. So the interface is going to look a little bit different. That's okay. I'm on Interstate 20, you're on Interstate 30. We will both reach the final destination at the same time. It's all good. So let's say we wanted to register for, you know what, it did do it. Register for integrated reading and writing 0399. Yeah, there it goes. So it's going to give you all these options down here on the left, so you can view the open sections only. You can view things that are waitlisted. You can sort by campus. You can sort by semester, days of the week, times. So if you know that you need a specific time of day, for example, a lot of my students work full time during the day. So if you know you need evening classes or weekend only, you can filter by that. If you know what professor you want to take, and so on, then you are able to drill those things down. So here's our class, INRW 0399. That's the last developmental course for reading and writing. If you want to add the course to the plan, but you're not ready to select a specific class time, then you can click Add Course to Plan. And when you do that, that allows you to select which term you'd like to add it on. So if you want to project that you're going to take that course in the fall, or maybe in spring 2021, where registration's not open for that yet, it won't open until October, but you can still pre-plan your courses ahead of time as a reminder. So again, that won't register you for the course, but that will help you map out how many courses you'd like to take. So if you want to take 2 this summer, 3 in the fall, 3 in the spring, until you complete your degree or certificate, that's going to give you a much closer idea of when it looks like you're going to be crossing the stage and graduating. Now, when you want to actually pick your class, you need to click on View Available Sections. Sections, that's just a fancy word for class. It's college talk. The time you say sections, that's what it is. So it's going to populate what the available sections are. If you do not filter by campus, it's going to default to my home location, which is the South Campus. And you see summer has been posted right here. And then if you wanted to look at fall, then you can filter by the fall courses that start in August. And then what it will do is you will be able to look at your specific sections. So if you click on the course section number right here to tell you who the instructor is, it's going to tell you the course meeting time, the dates, the location, as far as the campus, as well as the building and the room number, and the format that the class is in. So whether it's lecture style, it's going to be online, it's going to be a combination of both. If it's self-paced or computer assisted, it will indicate that. It'll also tell you the capacity of the room, because that might be important for some of you guys. Some of you may not want a larger class. Some of you might want a smaller class. So it will tell you not only the overall capacity of the course, but how many seats are available. And if there are any specific restrictions, so like in this case, right here, it explicitly tells you in the instructions, co-requisite section must also enroll in ENGL 1301, 11001. That meets Monday, Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 9:20, and must also enroll in INRW 0112, 19208. So you'll want to jot that down. And I notice depending on the campus, sometimes those last 5 numbers will match up, and sometimes they will not, because every campus's format is just a little bit different. So if we decide, yes, we want to take Professor Dubos's class, then we're going to click Add Section to Schedule. That's going to add the INRW class only. What you have to do is you have to go back in there now. Remember how I told you to write down the English 1301 and the INRW 0112 classes? Those are a package deal. You can't cherry pick different ones and say, well, I can't do English at that time, I can't do this at this other time. They're linked because those professors are either team teaching together, or it is the same professor that is credentialed or certified to teach both parts. They can teach the developmental or refresher part of your course, and they're going to teach the college level part of your course. So now we have to look for English. I should have put English 1301. So I'll put in English 1301. Sure I select the right one. That's going to give us the co-requisites. INRW 0114, that's a more advanced co-requisite, so that means if you scored on a higher range of the TSI, even though it may not have quite scored college level, it's going to put you in a higher bracket. Because remember, TCC, we can meet you where you are, but things are going to be broken down into brackets, and that's how we place you into the scores and into the classes that you go into. So we will not say, away with you, back to high school. No, we're whatever it is, we have something for you. And then we'll build you up where you are, and we'll get you on your way. Okay, so that class that I wrote down that matched up with it was ENGL 11001. So let's look at that information right there. So that is with Professor Smith. And I remember it was Monday, Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 9:20. She has 10 out of her 20 seats available. And then there's our matching course. Must also enroll in INRW 0399-19001, which is Mondays and Wednesdays, 12:30 to 2:15. So then that way we know that we understand that we have to sign up for that. And we also have to sign up for this other part as well. Otherwise, our registration will not process. So we're going to add Professor Smith's class to our schedule as well. And then we're going to go in and go to INRW 0112. And then we know we needed that for fall. And what was the number we needed? It was 19208. There's 19208 right there. It gives us information about it. And that's what we call it in CBO, non-course based remediation. It's almost like built-in tutoring for the course because your integrated reading and writing course ends early. So this is going to be the part that picks up to help you with those last few weeks in the college level course. So remember, we let you in the college level course on the condition that you took the, you signed up for the developmental or the refresher class with it. It tells you how many seats are available and what these are tied to and all that good stuff. So you click on that. Where did it go? Okay, there we go. It went. So then what I did is I went over to the timeline. And then I had a new student orientation session on here because I was telling some other students about something else. So if you wanted to sign up for your integrated reading and writing classes, notice that this information by itself is 6 hours that goes towards your financial aid. That's basically half of your schedule, which means if you also need to do a co-requisite math course, then you need to look at what your other commitments are, like whether it's family, it's work, it's transportation for once we resume on-campus operations, to see if that's something that you'd have time to do, because it would be double math as well. And if that's something that that you wouldn't have the time, not just to physically make it to class, but to complete the work for it, then it's something that you might want to separate. You might say, okay, I'm going to do English in the fall. I'm going to tack my math in the spring. And that way you don't put yourself in a situation where you get overwhelmed. We want you to finish at a reasonable pace, but we don't want you having to do any victory laps either. Our goal is to make sure that you get the highest grades possible that your respective programs, require. So let's say you had to do math, and let's say you placed into math 1332. So math 1332 is contemporary math. And then down here you'll see with the co-requisites, it also requires math 0132. So let's say you want to sign up for this very first one right here. So then you would just follow the same process that we did for integrated reading and writing. So it's going to tell you right here that Professor Smith's class is on Wednesdays 12 p.m. to 2:55 p.m. at the South Campus. So you got to remember that time. And then must also enroll in Math 0132. And notice that class continues versus 2:56 p.m. That means it's the same instructor. You're most likely staying in that same room. So you don't get out of class at 2:55. You're actually getting out at 3:40. So you got to be mindful of what those two times are going to be and see it's on the same day. And this one's restricted for our Toyota T10 program. So that's a specialized program for our automotive students in that particular case. So you see that one right there where you have that 3 plus 1, that's going to basically take up another 4 credits for financial aid purposes on your schedule, paired up with the 6 you already have. And that's just math, reading, and writing. That's not counting anything else. And that's just contemporary math. If you're a business student or, one of my aspiring engineers or computer scientists, then your math is going to look a little bit different. So let's say you're a business student. This is the last one I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to let you do your thing from here. So for our business students that need math or business and social sciences, math 1324, they're also going to be required to take math 0224. So remember how we know how many credits a course is worth for financial aid purposes? You look at the second number. 3 plus 2 is 5. How many credits did you already have on your schedule? You had 6. That puts you at 11 hours. So it's essentially full time. Now everything on there is not going to be college credit, but again, for financial aid purposes, it will be. And from a workload standpoint, you will feel the burn for sure. So this is what this could look like. So let's say if you went to Professor Bates' class, so there's Holly Bates, Monday, Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 9:20. See, it must also take with this specific course right here. So hers is paired up with 0224 10202. That means Mondays and Wednesdays 9:20 to 10:10. So notice that it's back to back, 8 to 9:20, and then you're gonna go again 9:20 to 10:10. So you're gonna be in math for over 2 hours twice a week. And chances are that in that case with the math, it'll probably be the same instructor so they can go a little bit more in depth with you. And in the math case, notice that the numbers match up. So 1324, 10202, and then down here, 0224, 10202. So that's the other class that you would look for if this is the class that you'd like to take. So you go in there, you add it. put in the other number. Filter by fall. Then I know we need to find 10.202? See, there it is right there. 10.202. Add to schedule. And then we go to our timeline. That's what I was talking about right there. So you see there's your 11 credits. Now if you were to go over to your progress, then what would move the needle toward your toward completing your degree program, like on your degree plan or on your certificate program, is those college level courses. That would be a course that actually starts with a 1 or starts with a 2. Anything with a leading 0 is a pre-college level course. It's like a refresher. So financial aid will pay for those, but they do not count towards your major because they are not college level. So the English Composition 1 class, the 1301 class, does count, and then that math 1324 does count. So 6 of those 11 hours will count toward your degree program. Actually, I think I did not attach myself to a degree program. So in my case, since I'm not on one, I have to put myself on one. See, and I had some other sample classes that were on here. So anything that I have completed shows up in dark green. So green means go, green means graduate, and your goal is to turn everything money green. If it's yellow, it is planned. So that represents the English Composition 1 class, that represents that business math course, and then I think I had something else on there that I was showing somebody in class. So I had 9 college level hours planned. But remember, we signed up for more than that. But those other classes, the 0399 and the 0224 are not going to show up on this screen. And our goal is to turn this whole bar money green. Green means go, and green means graduate. So that is the goal. All right, guys. So that is the gist of how you would sign up for a co-requisite section. So again, to actually finalize that, because when it looks like this, it is not registered. So it is planned, but it's not registered. Anything that you've actually registered for would look, gotta go all the way back. Would look more like this, where it's a light color. Yeah, you can see this is dual credit from way back in the day. Yeah, my records are all still here. So it would look like that, or it would be something that has a check mark next to it like that. That's how you would know. And again, now that we've picked out the classes that we want, we go to fall 2020. There's our lovely list of classes. If we want to make sure they do not overlap with each other, then we can see them, which, there it is right there. We do have a scheduling conflict, so we can go in there, we can change that around. We go in there and we fix it, and then we have one job left. We push the magic blue button, everything will turn green. So you'll see these colors will turn green as long as I pick a time that doesn't overlap with the other one. If you get any other color, then that means you need to go back in there and you need to make some changes. That means you need to pick a different time. If it's an online course, then, or if it's a class that doesn't have a specific class time, it's going to show down here. So it doesn't mean that it fell off your schedule. It's just going to look like it's in no man's land, but it is on there as long as it turns money green. So remember, green, graduate, that means it is registered. Yellow, planned. Red means stop, I need to take it, or there's an issue with it, like some sort of scheduling conflict. And if there's a problem, you'll get a pop-up message. All right, y'all. So that's all I got for you now. So said, welcome to TCC. We are glad to have you. And if you need assistance with anything, please feel free to reach out to any of us in advising and counseling, the success coaches or anybody like that, and we will get you all set up. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.